We wanted to give you an inside look into what we like and don't like about our truck camper.
One of the first things we like is that with a truck camper, not just specifically ours, pretty much any truck camper, you can go anywhere, park anywhere. It's easy to drive, easy to back up, park in a normal parking spot. You can go off-road with our truck. We don't have to put anything behind us, and it's just, you drive like you do with a normal truck. I can do a U-turn in the middle of the road like anything. So that's one of the really big things that we like.
For example, we were able to drive through New York City. We're able to do U-turns on these Florida roads where there's a lot of U-turns. We were able to drive up Cadillac Mountain in Acadia National Park where RVs and pull behinds are not allowed.
Anything you would take an old truck, pretty much you can take a camper.
Exactly. It's a huge thing. Our model is a 1997 Lance 990 Legend. What we like about this model is that the bed area is pretty spacious. We have, it's either 6 or 8 inch mattress set up and we still don't hit the top. We have like an inch or two, but it's pretty spacious up there and there's windows all around. We put in a skylight so it doesn't feel claustrophobic or like you're in a coffin or anything. It's pretty nice. We have a queen size bed. We had a queen size bed in our house, so that's nice. We didn't have to sacrifice space. We have a lot of storage around the bed. We have cabinets all the way around for clothes, which pretty much all of our stuff fits into.
Yeah, and we have the Legend 990, the extended. So I think the extended one gives you the bigger bed area.
Oh, okay.
So the bed area is huge because like a lot of these videos and campers I see, the bed area is so small.
Like short to
really,
hit your head when
really,
you sit up.
Yeah, you can't sit up and it's like just really small.
Mm-hmm.
It just probably feels like you're sleeping in some kind of box. It's really spacious.
Probably the biggest you can get in a truck camper.
Probably, yeah. The bed area.
I don't see how else it can be any bigger.
Yeah, you open the windows, nice airflow. Doesn't get stuffy, like Julia was saying. You don't get like claustrophobic.
We also like this model because there's a lot of windows all the way around. Right now, when we're traveling through cities, we're in Florida, we keep the windows closed because obviously for privacy issues. But when we head out west, it's gonna be awesome with all those beautiful views, all the open space with all the windows open. I can't wait for that. That's one of the reasons why I liked this when we saw it, is because all of the natural light pouring in. It was a sunny day when we looked at the camper.
With like the skylights and everything, you have like 12, 13 windows in the camper.
This giant dinette one is awesome.
We also have like the big window up in the bed area in the front. Some people don't like them because they're prone to leaking, but if you keep an eye on it, it's fine. But it also gives in a lot of light and makes the whole area really light and spacious. And even with the curtains on, you still like it's still really bright. It's not like dark at all. It's like really
right
bright.
Now most of our curtains are closed.
Already like 5 or 6, so it's like pretty dark. But what we like is these windows, they don't like slide open, but they open up like this. Even in really big rains, just pouring rain, we leave the windows open, like no water at all gets inside.
It's pretty cool.
Even when it's raining, you don't have to like close everything up. You can still leave everything
have the
open.
Airflow and the smell of rain. It's nice.
Another thing still about the windows is that they're tinted. So during the day, even the curtains are open, you can't really see anything inside. Our truck is lifted a little bit with big wheels, so the camper sits like a little bit higher. And the windows are like really high, so like all these windows, when you come to them from the outside, you can't even peek in.
Above your eye level, the window is so small, nobody can like break in and climb in.
Yeah.
You can't look in because they're so high. I don't know, these windows are just awesome.
I love these windows. Yeah, you can even leave them open when you go out. No one can even climb in through them because there's just not enough room.
With this model for a truck camper, it's probably the biggest you can get is the bathroom, and it's a dry bath, which means the shower is separate from the toilet, which we were looking for when we were searching for a truck camper. Also, the fridge is like the biggest one that like camp RVs and like fifth wheels have. It's like a full-sized camper fridge. It's not a little tiny thing. There's a bunch of room in there.
It's like a big fridge and also big freezer separate from each other.
We have an oven and a 3-burner stovetop. We haven't used the oven yet because I'm kind of scared to, but it's there if you need it. The sink was actually, we put in this giant sink. It didn't come like that. There was a tiny sink.
Yeah, we actually have a video on how we did it. We actually cut out more countertop and so it would fit. The
It's like a full-size house
deep,
sink.
yep.
So we like all the amenities in our truck camper. We like this giant bench or couch right here, or dinette actually. It was a dinette. We made this table here that we put away, so it's usually just like a couch for us. But we do eat at the table. We're sitting on here. Another person can sit
like
here.
4 people,
like 4
I think.
people can sit here. I can lay down here and take a nap.
Yeah, so really nice. And you can also unfold it and make it into a bed. 2 people, if they're not big, would fit in.
It's a really nice dinette.
The other thing that we like is that we have a lot of like indoor storage in this camper. I don't know if you can see this here. It was also supposed to be either like a storage or a bed for a child, I guess. We just made a permanent storage, so we have this giant storage too that got it.
When we were moving in, like all the pantry from our house all fit in this pantry, so we didn't have to downsize our pantry.
It's really spacious in here. The ceilings, I think they're 7 feet tall. We're not that tall, but even if you're like 6 foot, you still have a whole foot of space.
Yeah.
So that's like really spacious ceilings. It does not feel like cramped. You have a lot of headroom. We also took out a countertop that extended into walking space in the middle of the camper. We also made a video about that. That gave a lot of space. Since we took it out, it's probably like 4 feet wide. Like 2 people can walk and not hit each other. It changed so much. We did sacrifice like a little bit of storage, but for the big area we got here,
Maneuver around each other and it's not annoying. It's not, we have space. So we don't regret taking out that countertop at all.
I remember trying to decide we should do it or not, but I'm glad we did. And when we took out that countertop, I made this foldable table. When we need it, you just fold it up, use it, and then when you need it, just fold it back in.
Yeah. We've been using it.
It doesn't take up any room, and we still pretty much have the same countertop we did because we made this foldable table in that room. So we didn't lose much countertop, but the space, walking space we gained is just made a really big difference. This camper model, we have, the tanks are bigger, like the water tank, the gray tank, the black tanks are bigger. They're not like the ultra light campers, they have really small everything. And we also have 2 big propane tanks. So just having like everything bigger gives us more time that we can go out before we have to go like dump everything and get new stuff. Everything about this Lance 990 Legend Extended version, everything is just like bigger and more spacious. Because we actually did go and look at other campers before we got this. One of them we walked in, it looked pretty big from the outside too. But just the layout inside was like really terrible. It was a really great price. The guy was even like throwing in all the tie-downs. But we went in there and we were like, oh man, like I was like, maybe we shouldn't even get a truck camper. But this Legend one is like really spacious inside. We don't have any slides, but we have so much room. You don't even feel like you're in a small camper, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes like when you're outside, you're like, how's everything fit? And there's so much room inside.
Right.
And it just sits in your truck bed. Even our family and everything, when we got done, they're always like, you guys are going to live in a truck camper? Like, there's no room. Like, how are you going to do it? Like, you're going to get tired of it. And then they walked inside and they're like, oh.
It has everything.
They just thought it was going to be like a lot worse and smaller than it actually is.
Yeah.
Only that thing I didn't like, the countertop that we took out, I felt like that was completely waste of space.
It wasn't
you got
worth it, like, for that storage space it made it more confined, like, to walk around.
And you can watch the video and see we have like how it was before and taking it out.
Yeah, it was a cool video. Just check it out.
But yeah, that's the stuff you like. Now we'll also talk about what we don't like.
Before we do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and give it a like.
And comment if you like Dr. Pepper. Now we'll talk about what we don't like. There's not much actually. We pretty much like everything. I think we do like almost everything. One of the things that we don't like, it's not specific to a truck camper, just all truck campers in general. Motorhome or a van, you can walk from the driver's seat back here, and that is really convenient because if something happens or if you're in some crazy situation, you can just get in the seat and drive away. Also, it's nice because you have everything that you need. You don't have to come back to a camper and get it from the truck, or you don't have to carry it from the truck into the camper.
For example, like sometimes I edit my videos in the truck. Sometimes I edit my videos here, and there's like always a cord I'm forgetting. I have to like run back and forth, so that's kind of annoying. But it's also, it could be a good thing if the truck breaks down or whatever, and the living space is separate from the truck.
You just lock up the camper and he has no access.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like a bad thing and a good thing. The second thing is it's not like stealth. You're not gonna drive around in a truck camper and be stealth.
It's a camper. Everybody can see
Yeah.
it's a camper.
There's no point in trying to get away with stealth.
Not
But
gonna
I mean,
try.
you can't really like, nothing's really pretty much stealth. Like a lot of people are like, oh, like I made my van stealth, and they have like a bunch of solar panels on the back, vent on the roof.
I don't know anything about cars or anything, and I can tell you can see a max air fan,
Yeah.
and you know that they're
Yeah.
like living in there.
Not a lot of people just get a normal work van, don't do nothing to it, and drive. Then yeah, you're stealth.
Yeah.
But if you like put more windows in your van, you put a roof rack on, you have luggage on there, solar panels, you can tell yourself that you're stealth because you're in the work van. But come on, like people can see you're not stealth.
That's only for like cities
Yeah.
and you know where you can't find overnight parking and you
Yeah.
have to like park somewhere where there's a bunch of cars.
And
That's the only situation. Every other, like, it doesn't matter.
so yeah, those are the only two things that we don't like. Well, it's even like 1.5 because the walking back and forth is kind of good and bad.
Yeah.
But that's one thing, and then the other thing is we're not stealth, but you can't really expect to be stealth if you're living full time and traveling full time on the road. That's the only two things that we don't like so far.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been traveling full time for like 3.5 months now. But other than that, we like everything about it. You can sit inside here the whole day,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels fine. You don't feel like you have to get out. You can do anything here. It's like so much room. And
So much room for activities. So that's it. That was things that we like and don't like about our truck camper. Remember to like this video and leave a comment, or if you have a question, leave it down below in the comment section. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.